Hi guys, welcome again. In this lecture we are going to learn about parenting or parent. It's very easy and very simple and extremely useful, as everything else I have explained obviously. So now if parent does not appear here, just right click columns and find parent and make sure it's ticked. You will have parent here. So I'll put a shape layer here. I will double click on my star, get a nice star, but I want it to have more stylish look. I will come to points and increase the points. This is where you can change the shape of the star and how it looks like. So it can look like a pie or something like this. You have the inner roundness, cool, and you have the outer roundness, something like this. Let's leave it at that. So now that I have my nice shape, I'll make sure my anchor point is just in the middle. I think it is. Then what I will do is to add some text. I will add boom, something like this. I will give it the color yellow, just to make it a bit fancy. And I want it a bit bigger. Let's make it a bit bigger. Yes, I noticed my anchor point is not in the middle. So I will move the anchor point to the middle. I'm using snapping here. So I want to give our big star a rotation. Let's say twice 360 degrees. Be careful when I come to shape layer, I will work on transform, not in content. I will work directly in transform. If you click on the small arrow, you will have content and transform. Use the transform and I will give it a rotation. So in the beginning, I'll just give it an anchor point, move here and give it, let's say, 3 rotations. This is now my animations. The next thing I want to do is to make boom rotate exactly like my star. All I have to do is to come to parent and choose shape layer 1 as the parent. Let's see what happens. Now the parent and the text layer are taking the same animation. This is parenting. It's as easy as this, but it's more complicated. So parenting is when I have an animation for a certain shape or text layer, I can make another layer adopt the same animation, like father like son or like mother like daughter. So this is about parenting and that's what's most important. Let's change a bit. We want the text layer to come from outside the screen, go to the next side of the screen, then settle in the middle and start turning. So in the beginning of the animation, I want the star to be turning, but the text layer will not be moving with the star. How do I achieve this? So first of all, let us remove the parent from the text layer, then create the animation for the text layer. I will drag the text layer to the outside, keyframe it, and move down the timeline for some time. Take it to the other side of the screen, move down again, and then bring it to the middle. Yep. So now if I look at my animation, the star is turning and the text layer is moving into the middle of the screen. That's very good. Now, if I parent here, what will happen? Obviously, now it's going crazy because the child has adopted 2 animations. Its own animation, the child animation, and the parent animation. How to overcome that problem is very easy. I need to separate the 2 animations. One animation for the child and another animation when it joins the star. I choose the layer for the child, position in the right place where I can see the animation is complete, and then come to edit and split layer. The trick here is to split on the right keyframe. If you don't, then things will go a bit wrong and you will have to redo it again. Then I'll come here. This guy is still parented. I'll just simply remove the parent from the first one. And now I have divided the animations. Here you are. The child has its own animation beginning and then the other animation. So using split will help you a lot, using parenting and having also the animation working for the child. I want to draw your attention to something else. In the beginning, I asked you not to go to content to do any transformation. Go to transform. That is because in shape layers at least, when you put any animation within the contents, it will not be parented. Let's have an example. Let's go to transform polystar, and in the beginning let's keyframe the scale, move down until boom is just inside, and keyframe again, that's the fixed position. Go up a bit, just a bit, and keyframe again, move a bit and make it big, then move and make it 100% again. Notice our animation now. Boom stays in the middle. It did not inherit the scale animations that is within the transform of the shape. So always when you want any parenting to be done, you must make sure that you are using it in the transform and not in the content. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this lecture, and go out and play with this. You will get confused in the beginning, but I'm sure you will get the hang of it. It's very important because parenting will allow us to do a lot of animation that are somehow very useful.